When selecting a cage for your bird, whether it's a budgie, condor, lovebird, or cocktail, or even a larger species like the macaw, get the largest cage that you can afford and also that you can accommodate in your home. So you start from there and then decide whether you want a tabletop like these cages or one of those big cages with the caster wheels. So of course you have to take into consideration about the cost of the cage. The bigger the cage, the more features the cage, the more expensive. This is what I look for when I'm looking for a cage for budgies. Horizontal bars are better than vertical bars. Vertical bars does not give them the grip. They will slip down. So today, most of the cages are either all vertical bars on 4 sides, or it's a combination of horizontal like this, 2 sides, and vertical like this. So if you can, look for one with at least 2 sides of horizontal bars. Talking about bars, spacing of the bars should be no more than ½ inch. If the box tells you the dimensions of the bar spacing and it says 5/8 of an inch, that's too large. Just a slight gap, slightly larger, will enable a bird that's very active to squeeze through the bar. So that's what you want to avoid. And every bird has different bone structure, I would say. This is Rainbow, our youngest bird, and he has a very small head compared to Blueberry here and Mango here. So even though they are all American budgies, slightly different size, and if you have a very active budgie combined with a small head, gotta make sure that it's no more than ½ inch. So the box may say something, but you open the box and when you assemble your cage, or even if you buy one that's assembled, make sure that the bars are small enough so your budgie cannot push its head through. So that's very important. Also, what I look for are the doors and openings. So they have doors. Some have the flip down doors. Some have the doors that open up and down, like this one and this one. See? So the size of the door matters. Try to look for the largest size door, especially if you're a bigger frame person. You need to be able to put your hand in and reach all around your cage in order to clean or to address your birds. So if you can find a store that has bird cages assembled already, that's the greatest thing that you can touch, feel, see if there's any sharp corners, see if your arm can reach into all different areas of the cage easily. And some cages have one tray, slide-out tray like this, but I've seen cages on the internet, but not in person, with double sliding trays. So I'm not sure how good that is, because I can imagine there should be a gap in between the two, so maybe seeds and food could get trapped. So I'm all about cleaning up easy, so I'm not too sure about that. But those are the, oh, one more thing is the door. Besides the flipping down, the sliding up, there's also some doors that open up like a regular door, and there's a door within the door. So those come in larger cages, and those are really good. And of course, these are for the food and water. And some cages also have a side door, which I don't have, And those are for nesting boxes. So if you want to breed your birds, that's an important feature. And even the larger cages, not this one, but some larger cages have an open top, which means they flip open and they stay open to a certain angle, and you can attach a bar or a perch across, and that becomes a playroom for your birds. So if you are assembling your cage, make sure that all the bars are intact, there's no sharp edges, nothing's bent, and it's important to check between the base and the bars that it's snug, because sometimes the manufacturer has defects. So if you see that it's not snug or it's moving or there's a big gap, that's a safety issue that you might want to avoid and maybe get another cage. So always check the boxes of the cages. May have pictures of several types of birds. So if you see a picture of your own budgie, no, that type, or they're different color, and it says parakeet, it may not be suitable for budgies because parakeets cover larger birds that are also considered parakeets. So budgies are parakeets, but not all parakeets are budgies. So the name is kind of confusing. Always check to make sure that the bars are no more than ½ inch wide. And I like to do a pinch test on the bars. So if you're lucky enough to go to a store that has the cages on display, you can pinch it like this. You see, this is okay, but it moves a little. So it's not as sturdy. So we come over here to this cage. I'm trying to pinch it and it doesn't budge. So that means it's reinforced well. So I find that if you have horizontal bars and vertical bars on the same panel, it reinforces the bars and it's stronger. So it's especially important if you have larger birds like conures, lovebirds, cockatiels. They have a much stronger beak. And for bird owners of those types of birds, you need to really find a sturdy cage. So they're all grooming now after breakfast. This is Blueberry. This is Rainbow. Rainbow has changed dramatically in color, as you can see. And where's the other guy? Oh, Mango's all the way out there playing. Okay, so I hope this helps, and this is what I usually look for when I'm shopping for a cage. So I hope this helps. Have a great day. Bye.